terms of like relationship, man.
You don't really know. It's like you feel it. It's more like a feeling instead of a knowing. You know. So when somebody cares for you and they show it to you,
right?
That's when you feel it. You feel that love, right? But if you love someone and they don't feel the same thing, or they don't give you the same reaction as you're giving them, then there's no love in between two people, or or a couple, whatever, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Right.
You know, it's love is very mutual, man. It's more like a feeling instead of a knowing.
So
actually, you know what? I'm writing a book.
Are you?
Yeah, right. So I got this book that I'm writing. It's called How to Create Happiness.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And that book.
Happiness. It is something that you don't just experience. It is something
you create.
Exactly.
Right. And it's something you create every single day.
Right.
And you create it whether it's your partner as a couple, or a boyfriend, or a lover, or a friend, or a family member, whoever it is, right?
Right.
It's something you create between two people, or between yourself and yourself.
Right.
Right? And it's something you create every single day. It doesn't happen just to happen.
Right.
Happiness is something that you have to think about how you feeling that day, how you want to feel.
That's right.
How you gonna create that happiness? How you gonna create that day to be the happiest day of your life?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So this book I'm working on right now, that's what it's about.
Nice.
And it's all involved in it, which is love, respect, you know, and that's what creates happiness.
Right.
Right? Because you have to have all that. It's a package. You gotta have love. You gotta have respect for others. And especially you have to be humble.
Right.
You know, because if you don't have humble,
Humility.
you know, it's like you don't have respect and you don't have love for others or yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So for you to love yourself, you have to be humble.
Yeah.
For you to love other people or your partner, you have to be humble.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's why when pride gets in the way and egoistic, you know.
Exactly.
Man,
you know.
Like, just doesn't.
But when you create happiness between a couple, or a boyfriend, or a girlfriend, you know, you have to have that space. You have to give people space as well.
Right.
And that is love. Because if you really love someone, you're going to give them that space for them to create happiness between themselves as well.
Of course.
Right?
Freedom.
Because if they're happy, that's what's going to make you happy as well between both of you, you know?
Things has to be natural.
Exactly.
It has to be organic for things to work. Because if you just force things, there's pressure.
Yeah.
And then there's tension.
And that's what I was talking about from the beginning. And love is something that you're gonna feel. It's not something that you know, it's just gonna come just to come, just like happiness. Happiness doesn't just come by itself. You have to create it.
And it comes naturally.
So the love connection, you have to create it as well. Right? So if you don't get the same love from a person, you know, how can you create happiness?
Mutual.
Yes. So how can you create happiness between those two people, right?
That's right.
You know, it's very difficult because most people don't think like that.
Right.
You know?
Now, if you love someone, though, you have to ask yourself, like, why do you love the person? Why do you care for the person?
When you love someone, you know, you don't really care about their what
about this social status?
What difference they have between you and them? You know, you don't ask yourself that. You when you love someone, you love them for the way they are.
Exactly.
You know, and everybody has different actions, right?
Right.
So if someone has different actions than you and they act differently than you do, you know, you're probably not going to love them because you're going to dislike those actions. You're going to dislike the way they act, the way they do things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's natural, you know. But when you really love someone and you care for them, you're going to love them no matter what, you know.
Right.
And I'm talking about, like, it could be a family member, it could be, you know, but when it comes to a relationship, it's different, right?
Right.
In a relationship, if
Between two people.
yeah, you know, and if someone's acting differently than the things that you like, you know, why be with that person? That person is not the right person for you. You know, you have to find someone that is open-minded and likes the same things you like.
That's right. Same interests.
Same interests, and it has respect for themselves.
That's right.
And it has respect for yourself as well.
Yes.
Right?
That's right. I agree.
Why would you want to be with someone that has no respect for you?
No.
And has no respect for themselves as well?
Where does the commitment lies there then?
Yeah. So it's
expectations and all
and
that.
most people don't think about stuff like that, you know, when it comes to a relationship. I mean, just because I see somebody that is beautiful and sexy and, you know, and I mean, that has nothing to do with how you feel about them and the love you're going to give them or the love they're going to give you, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody has their own beauty within.
Yeah.
Everybody. And
it's not just the physical appearance.
Exactly,
The physical is a plus, right?
Yes,
It is a plus. I mean, obviously you get attracted to the person first.
Yeah.
It all depends. Sometimes you get attracted to the personality first. You know, because sometimes you find somebody not attracted, and then later on you start looking at them and you're like, wait, this person's actually attractive. Like, I'm actually attracted to this person. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, the attraction, it's something.
It's a factor.
It's a factor, yeah. But it's not. It's not everything.
We're talking about physical appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like,
then,
like I had met people, you know, that are, the minute you start talking to them, you feel so attracted to them. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna end up with them, you know.
we can easily like anyone.
Yeah.
You can get connected to anyone.
Yeah, you can connect with anyone, and you feel attracted to them.
That's right.
Right? But maybe it's not somebody.
It doesn't mean romantically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
It could be just a friendship thing.
Yes.
Right?
And
Or
sometimes it's just like
admiration, right?
Yeah, or you have the same way of thinking, the same way of doing things, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you know you're gonna end up getting married with them just because of that, you know.
Right, yeah. So then how would you know if the person is the one? Like the one for you? I mean, obviously it has to be a mutual thing, right?
You know, I mean, I had experience in a lot of relationships where, like, I thought it was the one, but it wasn't. You know, but you don't find out until you are going through all the trouble and all the experiences.
So is there such a thing as the one then? If you're saying
you can never think of that's the one because you know what, every time you go through a relationship, it's just a learning experience for you to be good at other
big time learning experience, big time. Like,
yeah.
But you know what? We get so caught up in like looking or expecting or whatever, checking out. I mean, whatever the word is, that the person is the one when we supposed to be the one for them.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big twist right there. It's a big difference because here we are trying to find the right one for us. What about us? Are we being the right one for them?
Well, but I'll tell you what, it's for you to be the one for them, you have to be the one for yourself first.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. You have to be the one for yourself. You have to nurture yourself. You gotta know how to take care of yourself before you take care of someone else.
Exactly.
So if you do all that for yourself,
if you yourself is like not complete, if you're not whole yourself, how do you expect that you can have that, give that to other people when you yourself is missing out? If you yourself is broken and hurt and not healed, how do you think you expect that you can give that to other people and you don't bring that baggage to?
So in my book, right, in my book, Creating Happiness, I explain all that.
Nice.
You know, that you have to make yourself happy first, so you can make everyone else happy. And when you make everyone happy, not everyone is going to appreciate you. You know.
Yeah.
But as long as you appreciate yourself,
that's right.
And that is the key.
Yeah.
For yourself to be happy all the time.
So that's where like self-fulfillment.
Yeah.
It's that if you yourself not fulfilled,
for you to make yourself happy though, it takes a lot of work. You know, you have to be very secure about yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to know who you are.
Right.
You have to know, like, you know, where you want to go.
You gotta know what you want.
You gotta know your goals.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have a plan.
Right.
You have to have a plan for yourself, and how you gonna figure it out to have a plan for yourself and that one that you're looking for, and the ones that are gonna come after you marry them. You know, you have to have a plan for everything.
Yeah, because if you yourself you don't plan,
especially you know if you're looking to have kids with that one, once you meet that one, and even if you meet someone, right, and your mind like and you guys like to do things together, and then all of a sudden, you know, even if she's not the one, the really the one, but you guys get along good and you want to have kids together and form a family. I mean, it's good because that's what's gonna make you happy, you know.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be the really that one. I mean, it could be the one for now, you know, because problems always come around, you know. In life, it's just a learning experience. And I know people that have been married for 20-some years, and they have kids, and they grow up, and then all of a sudden they get divorced. But guess what? At that time, they were for each other, and that was the one for them at that time. And like I had an experience when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid, my mom and dad, they got separated. So I didn't grow up with my mom. You know, my mom passed away, so I got to see her before she passed away a few years back.
Sorry.
And my mom told me, you know, I'm sorry because, you know, I wanted for you to grow up with me and I wanted to raise you. And you know what my answer was? My answer was to her, and I said, Mom, I still love you because you're my mom. You're the one that brought me here into this world, you know, and I love you a lot. And I go, and I respect your decision. You know, I respect what you decide at the moment, because at the moment you decided for me to go, at that moment, for you, it was the right decision to make. And I respect that, I told her. And she started crying, and she told me, you know what? She goes, that's right. Because, you know, things happen, you know? And I respect that. And I told her, yeah, I respect that you choose to go your way and make a better life for yourself. And I respect that because at that time you made that decision, that was the right one for you. And that's what it was, you know? And I didn't hold nothing against her, you know? I mean, it was, and that's what happens in marriage and in life. That's what happens. People make decisions and they make them not because they don't love you or because they don't want to be with you. They make decisions because they think that's the best one for them themselves to continue living, to continue, you know, in life. And that's what happens, you know. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't, you know. Us as human beings, we're not born to be attached to each other all the time for the rest of our lives. We're not born for that. We're here to do something special. You know, and that special thing is for you to love yourself and love everyone else.
You know, though, the greatest lessons and experiences that we can have is the relationships that we build.
Oh yeah.
It's like the sweetest and the happiness, and yeah, it's also the worst.
It's what helps you.
Pain.
It's what helps you become a better person.
Exactly.
You know, relationships, man.
Yeah, man. It really it either makes you, breaks you, makes you become a better person, or it makes you a better person.
You know,
the choice is yours.
I had many relationships in my life, not as a marriage, but like boyfriends and girlfriends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And until this day, I'm still friends with every single one of them.
Nice, same here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm still good friends with all of them.
Except you just disappeared on me, like what I say, ghosted me.
Ghost.
But you know, you have.
But you know what? Time can go by.
It's not you, it's them.
Time can go by, and sooner or later you're gonna run into them, and they're gonna be sorry that they left you.
That's right.
Because that has happened to me many times.
Now you're lost. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It had happened to me many times.
Have you come to a point though where you kind of fear being with somebody because you're afraid to get hurt?
No, not really. I'm always giving myself a chance.
Nice. That's me too.
You know?
Yeah.
I give myself a chance anytime, any given day.
I don't like regrets that I didn't do anything.
I don't regret nothing.
Or didn't say anything.
You know, the regrets that I have is like I regret not giving myself a chance.
Amen. Right?
Those are my regrets.
Oh yeah.
I regret not giving myself a chance with that one person that I let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my suggestion is give yourself a chance any given day.
Amen. Amen.
You know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what happens. You're just gonna learn from it.
Yes. Yes. You know, some people they're scared to get into something.
No.
Their relationship because they're afraid to get hurt. Because they've been burned before many times.
Oh yeah. And it happens. And it's not the last time. It's gonna happen again and again and again.
I mean, in a relationship, that's part of it. You will get hurt somehow.
It's just a learning experience.
Yeah, it's not always perfect. You know, there's no perfect relationship, no perfect human being. You will get into arguments. You will get into misunderstandings, and you just have to, you know, like work things out. And if you can work things out, if not, then maybe it's not meant. Then you just have to move on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I believe that for two people to, you know, like I was asking, you know, how will you know if the person is the one? I think for me, how will I know if the person gets me? You know, if the person gets me, right?
Yeah.
It's like what you were saying, you and your nephew, you just kind of look him in the eye, he already knows.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. It's the same, like with the person. There's that connection and that magnetic, like, you know, whatsoever you might want to call it.
One thing I learned, right? If there's somebody that is not giving you respect, kill them with kindness.
Easy to say, hard sometimes.
Show them that you're a kind person, and then whatever they're doing to hurt you is not going to hurt you. Because you're a lot stronger than they are.
True. It's true. You mentioned humility. Humility isn't just like putting yourself down. It's not like you're being lowly or whatnot. But it's more on, like what you're saying. You know, be kind to yourself.
I've been mistaken many times. I've been mistaken by...
Or weak. It doesn't mean you're weak. Yeah?
Kindness for weakness.
It's actually strength.
Right? I am kind, but I'm not weak.
Right.
And there's people in my life that have been mistaken me by, you know, kindness for weakness. And that's not going to happen in my world. I'm not weak at all.
Yeah.
give myself a chance all the time.
That's why when we love somebody, it's not, if you're letting them know, if you're, it's not that you're being that weak
no.
But it's the strength that comes from that. Because you're just
from all the
being real
experiences.
All right. Great topic.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.